Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Blu-ray edition of Die Hard. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, Die Hard on 4K Blu-ray. It's been out for a couple of years. I'm going to be reviewing the 4K 30th Anniversary Edition released by then 20th Century Fox Studios. So, the movie itself, what can I say? It is absolutely a classic. It is the benchmark in action movies, especially of that time period and modern era. It really is just one of those great flicks you go back to, and it's also kind of become an impromptu Christmas movie. You know, a lot of argument whether it's a Christmas movie or not. I personally think it is, but honestly, what can I mean, this movie is just incredible. Like, the action set pieces are amazing. There's some great cinematography, and just the characters are awesome. I mean, Bruce Willis as John McClane, of course. Alan Rickman, may he rest in peace, was fantastic as Hans Gruber, and just iconic roles. And great movie, absolutely love it. All right, I'm anxious to talk about the picture quality and the audio, but first, let's do a quick unboxing of the slipcover. Okay, we have the slipcover edition of 20th Century Fox's Die Hard, and then we have the back and the spine. Interior, pretty much the same. And just your basic black and blue disc cover. So, all right. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Die Hard on 4K has a 2:3:9 aspect ratio, so it has the black bars on top and bottom of your screen. It also is native 4K resolution with an HDR10 grading. How does it look? Now, for all intents and purposes, let's get this right out of the way. Film grain is here, but I feel it's very appropriate. This is always kind of a grain heavy as far as the previous home releases go. Everything, even going back to VHS, to Blu-ray, Laserdisc. But I think here it's managed appropriately. It looks good, it's consistent, no real blotchy areas to speak of. And for those who appreciate film grain like myself, I think you'll be very pleased. Now, as far as the HDR10 and the 4K go, I think it looks great. Honestly, the movie has never looked better. There's a lot going on here. The opening shots when, you know, you got that nice little sun hue, sunset, and just the shining off the building looks really good. Up close shots, in particular of McClane near the beginning, also look really good there. Now, when the movie turns to the, you know, the meat and potatoes of it, nighttime scenes, it looks great. Black levels are very appropriate here. They look fantastic. They're nice and deep and inky, no grayness to really speak of. Up close shots with detail, I think look really well done here. Once again, going to, you know, McClane and all the other characters, you know, their clothing, I think it all looks good. Little tiny soft spots here and there, but I think it's more or less the source material. Nothing to really be done there, but for the most part, there's a nice uptick in that kind of resolution. Color palette is nice and appropriate. Everything from gunfire, skin tones, explosions, just the general lighting of police sirens. It's all rendered really well here, and it's just a fantastic overall look to the film. I had no issues here whatsoever. I think Die Hard on 4K picture quality wise is pretty stellar. Even though the 4K picture quality received a nice little restorative effort in that department, unfortunately we're given the same DTS 5.1 audio mix here for the 4K. That's not to say it's a bad audio mix, but in today's age, when there's a lot of Dolby Atmos being applied to older movies, Die Hard is definitely ripe for that kind of treatment, and it's really unfortunate that we don't get that here. So we do get the previous DTS 5.1 that was available on the old Blu-ray. So if you have that Blu-ray, you know what to expect. It's not to say it's a slouchy audio mix. It's just not as strong as what we would get today's, you know, more advanced presentations. Dialogue coming through the center channel sounds pretty clean and clear. The front levels, they handle a lot of the action. They do so very well. The rear speakers, there's a lot of ambience. There's a lot of action that bleeds through those back speakers, and it sounds good. There's a lot of bullets whizzing by your head, explosions, you know, sirens, that sort of thing just come from the background, and they do so very nicely. The LFE is good. It's pretty aggressive, but by today's standards, it's a little bit on the mild side. So if you're looking for something super boomy, you're not really going to get that here. I think a real Dolby Atmos would have just put this thing over, but the DTS 5.1 is still a pleasurable experience. For the picture quality of Die Hard on 4K, I'm going to give this one an A-. I think color levels, black levels, detail, it all gets a nice bump up, film grain's appropriate, and it's just a nice overall upgrade over the standard Blu-ray. For the audio presentation, I'm going to give this one a B+. It's pretty much been there, done that if you've owned the previous iterations on Blu-ray, and while it's a strong track, I think it could have been so much better, and it's kind of a wasted opportunity here, but it's still a good DTS 5.1. So that is my review of Die Hard on 4K. Let me know in the comments section below if you're a fan of the movie, of course who isn't, and if you have the 4K, what do you think of it? In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.